end of the month. Just showing you the garden, because that's what part of this is about. And also letting you know that Adora passed away as well. She fell down the stairs. So made me flip my stuff or something. Very thankfully and gratefully. Some friends paid for me to have a healing session, which was just great. Today things are better. It's Richard's veggie garden. Today I got Richard's death certificate. And there's his geese, little lammy. So it's been a pretty awful October. I've still got the lamb there with a paralysis tick, but she just drags herself around and finds things to eat. It's been a few weeks now because I lost track of what's going on. It's very dry. Lots of winds. There's the veggies that we planted together. In the past few days I've been getting out in the garden. Well, not much. Pepper needs to get out and about a bit. Got another little lamb around the back there. I think it's a little boy, but he's jumping around. And the chickens keep scratching my garden. So I'd give anything for an $80 roll of wire at the moment with the star pickets. Because they keep coming round and I have to let them out less. And one of the black ones, she's getting old because I've had two of them a very long time. Yeah, death. But I'd like to get a little rescue dog, like a, I don't know, Staffy Cross or a terrier or something. Someone for Pepper. And a companion for me. So that's October 2019. See you in November, hey Pepper? It's November, I don't know, between the 7th and 10th or something. Still losing track. It's a Saturday. My phone's ringing. There's fires, I don't know, maybe within 10 kilometres down the road. Yeah. So the haze is there, it's very red. So I've decided I'm going to keep videoing, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just watering the garden. I decided the best thing to do is to get into my garden, and that's to stop Pepper jumping in it because Adora passed away. I don't know if I said that last recording. Lost a lamb and a chicken and the cat's got a, yeah. Anyway, the cat's getting on a bit. So it's probably been, I don't know, maybe 3 days that I decided I'm going to get into my garden. Have to find something to move forward and sort of live for. So the first thing I'm doing is fencing it off, because the chickens that was all mulched there before are just getting in there, and there's no point me even getting in there and starting to do stuff. Yeah, when the chickens keep ruining it. So yeah, there's the smoke. So seeing calm going out. It's so red. That sun. Right, I'll just see what that phone's about. It's a couple of days after last time, and that's the smoke over the hill. Oh, it's a bat. And there's bats flying past. And yes, the smoke, the fires over the other side, villages, towns been wiped out. There was 3 people that got killed last night in the fire. Yeah, so woohoo. I don't know if you can see that smoke. It's about 6:30. I think we're the 13th of November, and homes are being lost by the fires. It's been clear. It was windy yesterday, but it's come back in again this afternoon. And it's just a really weird feeling, and it's eerie, and it's tragic. And really had enough of tragedy. So yeah. Oh, it's just coming into focus. So hopefully I've got till midnight basically, or 3 o'clock if I have to evacuate. The car's sort of packed really, because you know, what do I need? Just my birth certificate and driver's license, because that's all I sort of care about at the moment. Anyway, tomorrow's another day. Keep you posted. Right. It's, I don't know, 40. Had a bit of a shit of a day. But anyway, I haven't been round the garden. So, I'm coming round the garden. These are gentians over here, which don't like the heat, but so far those ones are surviving. I'm moving them around. That's a hops. That's a rue. There's lots of rosemary, mugwort, because I'm going to be growing that. Elder. So there's lots of moving and sorting things, and these are things I want to put in a garden around here at some stage. Passion fruit. More elder, little honeysuckle cuttings. Took them from town, and look, they're growing. And the elder's got a flower on it. I can't wait to eat some of those things. I've got to put new boards up against here, but that bed over there hasn't got boards on it, so I've got to cut the boards for that. This is the herb bed. I don't know if you've officially been round it, but there's quite a bit in here. St John's wort, horseradish, sage, yarrow, pellitory, soapwort, skullcap, calendula, fennel, thyme, marshmallow, did I say that? Cleavers, the borage. So I'm discovering it's very good here for seeds, even though those are quite empty. But things produce seeds around here. So that could be a potential income. It's not a seed, not of the borage. So yeah. Dandelion, Bacchus skullcap. Remember the dog dug up the licorice? Well, that's it come back. There's some echinacea in there, some passion fruit, 2 types of lavenders, agrimony, more skullcap, oregano, sunflowers. So yeah, that's starting to fill out a bit now because it's warming up and getting hot. And I'm actually just harvested some tomatos, and that's what made me think, you haven't been around your garden with the camera. So yeah, I've just got about 6 of those the last 2 days, so I'm going to eat them because I don't really in the mood for eating stuff. But the coriander's producing. This is Richard's bed. I haven't watered it. I was just watering them. So yeah, producing seeds is good. So that's another tomato. That variety does well here. So I have to make a mental note of that, and really I need to pull these cabbages up and sauerkraut them, I think is the best thing to do. So I have got to put a bed around that because that one's got no covering on it. Neither's that one. You remember, if you go back, that one's got plastic around it. So that's holding the water. This one's holding it quite well with the tin, but of course it's got the heat on it. So the radishes have just gone straight to seed. They haven't even produced a bulb. So if the seed's viable, which I probably need to check. But that's a native bee. Where are you, little native bee? They're so cute. I've lost it. Native bee. I'll move it away. They just look like little flies. So I'd like to know what I can do to make them happier. There's one there. There's heaps of them the other day. Heaps of native bees. I found a card with the bee number on it. So yeah, carrots seem to be doing alright. So again, I'm just chucking stuff in and just seeing what's going to grow. The rhubarb down there actually looks quite happy. Don't you, little rhubarb? I put some okra in, but they're not doing the best. But yeah, I'm just going to keep chucking stuff in and put my attention into there's Richard's geese, which arrived the day he left. Anyway, there were 2 little babies, so they're getting quite big. They like that cracked corn. And Pepper and I have been to the pound today. We drove for an hour to the pound just to look for dogs to... she got in this bed and she dug it all up. So this bed's not looking very good because Pepper got in that end and she dug it all up. But the lemongrass has survived. But I'm trying to get asparagus growing down there, hoping that will grow good. And yeah, these bok choy seeds, so bok choy grows well here, so I'm going to harvest these seeds and save them. And then I started coming all good and started putting a fence up. And then we had the fires, and that just really put me in hyper alert because the car's packed and yeah, you're sort of vigilant and hyper alert. But what out of that is probably going to spur some social media splurting after all that. Yeah, this isn't really getting as much water because the chickens were getting in, and then with Richard passing, everything was just too hard. So I've put a new fence on it, and that's all I've done here. So now the fence is here, and now the fire's gone, I can get back in the garden. I need to have something to do. And I love the garden, but the mugwort's growing there. So yeah, that's the garden, and the bananas are doing alright. So the feijoas was flowering. It's going to produce fruit. So yeah, and they respond to a little bit of water, like they're not getting a lot of water. It's hard me carrying the watering can. It's actually hurting my elbows now because to water all this with a watering can is it's like, I don't know, maybe 10 watering cans. So I can put the hose down there, which probably I might do now. So have to get into this and maybe find a stand for the tank. Put that up. Richard's shed down there. It's got no roof. I must put some stuff in there for storage. And I moved the fence. When I did all the fencing, that's when I was like, come on, you got to get into things and get moving, and so I re-fenced that. Hey. So yes, that's me reporting on a farm report. I moved petrol cans over there away from the house in case the fire came through, but there's still a bit of smoky haze around, and it's just tragedy, you know. Tragedy is as tragedy is. It's been tragedy around me. It's yeah, it's opening my eyes. So yeah, all right. See you next time. I had to do something that would make me happy. Oh no, it's another animal. So he's a little rescue. He's 5 months old. He's a little foxy. I took Pepper to the pound last week to meet some dogs, and that was my ideal choice. And then last week I was having a bad moment, and I was saying, universe, God, please give me something to love. And then 10 minutes later I got a text from her saying, would you like him? They don't want him. So he's got no name, and I think he's been, like, if you raise your hand he cowers, and if you shout, because I shout at Pepper, but he comes to Pip. Richard said call him Bruce, but he didn't like Bruce. And then we tried Bowie, and then we tried Funny, because I had another dog called Funny Dog. But anyway, can't get too attached to them, can I? So, fire report, still a little bit hazy. There's a few little fires, but it's still burning like crazy over New South Wales and Queensland. And yes, there's all political stuff and debates and discussions and all that stuff. So I better feed this little man because he's starving. He's just so starving. It's going to probably take him a week to catch up. But anyway, they get on really well, which is good. Isn't it, Pip? Hey, Pip. Sit down, Pip. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, yes, you are beautiful. Yeah. You just leave Pepper's mouth because she drank the water and it's all around her chops. Yeah, that's it. That did it. Good job. Hello, I don't know how close I am to the video or how it looks, but anyway, it's 8 weeks today since Richard passed, and I just feel the need to say this because his his mother has basically told everyone that he had a heart attack, and he didn't have a heart attack, he committed suicide, and he actually hung himself here on the block, which I'm okay with because he's here forever. But I just wanted to talk about suicide because it's so hideous and it's so tragic, because it was something that was never in my life. Like, it wasn't even a word that I really used, you know, except for in therapy with people. And yeah, just unpacking his life and going through stuff and discovering, you know, heart attack in 2003 and heart attack in 2012. I think there was a suicide attempt in 2011. That's when he had tattooed on his back, "Never give up." And I just wanted to talk about it because suicide's friggin' awful. And if me talking about it can just help one person, because it's not the one person, you know, I know the person's going through all that, and but just getting to talk about it, just talking about it. So, you know, when we walked the path to where Richard went to do his deed, could just feel the shame and the guilt that he was feeling, that I didn't know that he hid so well, because he was always such a happy disposition person. But behind that exterior of embracing life and loving life, you know, there was a part of him that just wanted to leave. And found a letter from 97 stating, you know, that he was suicidal then, so it was 22 years of that. And finding letters that he had written to his father about how lonely he was and how alone, and how he'd been alone for 20 years and he just felt so alone. And he just wanted a family so bad. You know, he was married for 4 years but never had children, and he just wanted kids and a family so bad. And we all just welcomed him into our family. And I used to say things to him like, "Won't be long and kids will be having kids, and then you'll be Poppy, and the good thing about being a granddad is that you give them back, you know, you don't have to go through all that kerfuffle, and, you know, you're gonna be Poppy and have your family." And but, you know, the darkness was there and it just doesn't go away. So probably the reason I want to talk about this is, you know, it can be, the thing about shame is shame's so easily healed, and we heal shame by just talking about it. And on the day that he passed away, you know, my last words to him were like, "Babe, it really hurts my feelings when you won't talk to me," because he'd really shut me out probably for about 5 days before he did it. And now, you know, I see signs, like he didn't come to bed on the Tuesday night. And I went down, "Babe, what's going on? What's happening?" You know, I'm just thinking about stuff, you know. And then you go through all the what ifs. What if I'd known? What if I could have helped him? What if I could just have hugged him? What if I could have loved him more? And then the blame, you know, trying to find a reason and a justification for it all. It's just really tragic. And suicide impacts so many people, you know. There's the families, there's the kids. And it's just no finalisation. He did leave a note saying he just wanted peace and he'd had enough. And it's something that I don't understand because I've never lived with that. But a friend of mine has lived with that. And she helps me make a bit more sense of it. Just that, you know, it's like, and that's what how I described it, like a darkness just came over him and it didn't go away. And I couldn't help him and I couldn't save him. But ultimately it was his choice. Because to him it was the best way out. So now I'm 2 months in and I'm really lost at the moment. I lost the cat and the dog. We lost the lamb and a chicken, and then my son's cat died. And I got a pup now from the rescue. But and then we had the fires here, so I was on alert for about, I don't know, a week, 10 days with that. So I think my adrenals are a little bit shot right now. And money's a problem. And I'm alone. And it's really overwhelming being here. Because it's just too much. And I'm so blessed with my support and my friends who visit me, once or twice a week. I'm just so blessed having that. But I just really wanted to voice the truth, and the truth is that he hung himself. He had enough and he wanted to leave. And I don't... So yeah, if anyone ever jokes to you about it or has thoughts about it, then please do something about it. Because part of me thinks he's got to come back and do it all over again now, because he didn't get through the lessons that he came here to do. But it's still his choice, and I have to honour that choice. And that's hard. And it's just so awful, because I love this man so unconditionally, and he had habits and things in his life that in the past, I wasn't happy about or whatever, but it didn't matter because I honoured his journey, and it was his journey and his life. And he just embraced life fully. He just embraced life fully. So there's things to sort out. There's all fucking stuff. But for now, I'm here. This is still our farm, and it will always be our farm. And I'm not going anywhere. But at the moment, I'd like some help. So I'm thinking about getting someone with a caravan or something. A friend suggested, maybe a tiny house here or something. Just because I won't be building a house in the next year. And it would just be some company. Because it's also the first time. Well, not the first time, but it's been like 23, 24 years of having kids. And now it's just me and the animals on the farm. And every day I'm grateful for the farm, and I'm grateful for here. And I know it's just going to take time. I feel I've got a little pup here which is giving me something to love, because that's what I asked the angels for last week. Just something to love. Sleeping's not very good. Eating's not very good. Taking supplements or herbs for nutritional value, but it's just the churning in your guts and your stomach. And I think one thing that hurts most is the excommunication from his mother. It was just him and his mum. He was a single child, very doted on, very enmeshed. It was a very enmeshed relationship. And she had been here just before. It's just the excommunication and the discreditation on her part. It's just saying, I was nothing. But I've sat here and gone through stuff with friends, and we've gone through year after year after year of diary. And every day he would write, worked here, worked at Cadbury's, had a sickie today, paid my Medicare bill, you know, St. Jason's, blah, 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 like just one thing or two things every day in his diary, and going right back to 2011 even, you know, I'm sure there was other diaries, just jotting down his day. And then as soon as he met me, it just stopped. He didn't need to be writing down his day because we just lived. And we did so much. And we had a dream. And we fucking acted on it. And we did it. And we got here. And everything, I don't know. We did it. We did it. We fucking got off our asses and we made it happen. So I'm going to call the farm Richie's Farm because that's what we decided we want to call it. Which is just, you know, Richard and Louise. And the word ease is nice. Some ease would be good. So I'm just sort of going day to day. Moment to moment. Trying to get some financial assistance. Just because it's, I don't know, it's 28th of November or something. It's coming close to December. I just haven't been able to work. I can do bits and bobs, but getting out there, you know, because I get out there on social media and you know, help and support and coach people. And I just feel like I'm walking around in a daze. It's just so tragic. And I keep processing what I'm going through and what I'm feeling, and at the moment it's feeling lost, alone, abandoned, lonely, scared, uncertain, confused, angry. I was pretty angry for a couple of days. And some days are good, some days are not so good. But having a sense of security, like knowing that I'm not leaving here, I'm not going anywhere, I'm staying here, this is our home, has helped. And yeah, I'm going to keep videoing this, but I just wanted the truth to be said and heard, because people think he had a heart attack and he didn't. He took his own life. He chose to take his own life. And I'm not ashamed of that. That was his choice and that was his way. His way. I just gotta allow myself to feel what I'm feeling. And not do too much. If I do too much, I get too overwhelmed. And my adrenals are pretty shot, just with the stress and everything. So just taking it easy. I even had a nap yesterday because I'm not sleeping very much, because I've stopped self-medicating now. And that's okay. It's all okay. And I'll get through this. Probably with a feeling of humility and greater understanding and compassion. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you have suicidal thoughts, or you think that's the only way out, you know, I can honour that, but I'm also happy to talk with you if needed, because there are other things and there are other options. Anyway, I just speaking my truth because it's worth speaking about. Hey, Peps. Pep's happy now she's got a friend. Even though her friend's chasing the sheep yesterday. So that's little Pip. He's 5 months old. He's from the pound. And he gives me something to cuddle. He sleeps on my bed. And he doesn't take shit from Pepper. Which is good. So I don't know if there'll be another video this month because we're really at the end of the month. And but I just had to be truthful. We've still got no rain, it's still drought, it's still windy, and I think some fires have sparked up again. And I probably feel I need to rearrange my house a bit now, like it's been 2 months. And just gonna start thinking positive, and I'm trying to find something to get excited and passionate about and get that spark happening again. But one step at a time. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. Do you like my gate? It's pretty impressive. Raven's here, and we're going to sort out neglect. And she said the gate is the gateway to the future. So that's pretty good. And we're going to chop the feet of the sheeps.
It's recording now. Do it again.
If I press the button there, it turns it off.
Okay, that
Again,
it goes.
turns it on.
Yeah.
But there's a little shutter thing here that goes off. And then it goes on again. See? And it's still recorded it doing that.
Yeah.
And then
So it's best to have
you
the
just
shutter
close
open
it,
if you want to see anything exciting.
Well, yeah,
Like that.
like that. Pepper's going to sort it out.
Oh,
There
I
it
wish
goes.
we got the police flying over before.
Oh,
Oh, man. They're beautiful, eh? They're just jealous they went with us.
Pepper, come here. Pepper. Pepper, leave the geese alone.
Oh, wait. Right, you're coming through. This gate is the incredible gate that Louise Plant made all by herself. She got two hinges together. She
I
did the
hung
whole-
it
And she hung
and
it.
held it at the same time.
Yeah, how beautiful is that? She just
It's
stepped
not
through.
quite latched right.
She just leapt through the void. And here she is.
I don't know how Pepper...
In the midst of a grey sky with like pink suns and fires, this amazing woman
I've been drinking wine.
creates all the stuff. Yeah, and she has had a glass of wine, so she should.
One, we're on our second bottle.
I was being really
Come
subtle.
on, I've been honest. This
Okay.
morning I was videoing
All right,
myself being
we're
honest.
smashed. We're remembering past lives. We're having a great time. We're doing things. We're doing things, and it's fun.
And today there's hope. Today
Yes.
I
Yes.
felt hope. There's hope. We
Yeah.
felt hope. There's hope here on the farm.
Yeah. There's blue knob right on top of your head.
Well, that happens here because I live in Pluno.
Yeah. Oh, she's snorting and dribbling. That's great. Anyway, yeah. No, so there's hope, and that's so good, and that's a gift that I've felt from you too. And I'm getting hope because you've got hope, and because we're manifesting it bigger and bigger every moment that we talk about it. So
Well, my hops is actually saying to me right now that it needs some water, and I've got to water it.
I think the whole fucking talk to the sky. The whole sky needs to get it together and make water. You might edit that bit. Didn't mean to-
Everyone's dancing on Saturday or Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Who was? I was.
No, this Sunday. You should stop recording now.
I have. I think.
This Sunday. Sitting here doing that. I'm doing a double Agni. Another Father God, to the Devas, dear elementals, to all beings of divine unconditional love, energy, to the ascended masters, to the archangels, to the earth beings, to the Devas, the ancestors. We give thanks and we give praise for this glorious day. Give thanks and praise for the earth beneath our feet, the air that we breathe, for the fire in our belly and the water that flows through our veins, for the ether. We ask that you wrap us in a blanket of white light, love, energy, and fill our hearts full of joy. We ask that we help send this energy out here to the atmosphere to change whatever needs to change, or to help Mother Earth in any way that we can, sending her our love with grace and with ease. We ask that you fill our hearts with joy and happiness.
Blessed be.
Nothing to add?
No.
No. So the smoke's cleansing as well.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. You can feel the energy.
And I reckon the dew's been moister and moister.
I feel like
Now
it's
I've been
going to
doing it.
rain and there's clouds.
I feel like it's going to rain.
Look up. Oh, yeah. It's
Everyone's
coming.
dancing on Sunday.
We'll be dancing. So nice to have mini fires too.
Mini fires.
Mini fires and little offerings. Sorry I forgot to video it all. There you go.
Hey look, the diggers are here. Doing something with electric poles. Which, yeah, I got a license to drive a truck like that. I'm joining the fire brigade next week. But I'd need a bit of practice. But anyway, they can come and dig little holes at some... It's all very interesting, isn't it, Pepper? And the sheep are behaving themselves over there, just as well. So they're being naughty. Right, they put a little hole in there. And then they put a new bit of string on it. I think they put a new little one of them on it. And now they're all over there. Blokey blokes in fluoros. I asked him to dig me another hole down there near the gate, but he thought I was joking.